Hey there, it's Fern Rivers, and it's springtime. We think of flowers popping up, sunshine, birds singing. But what most people don't know is the other side of spring. We're here on this damp evening to watch the ground, not the sky. From subterranean depths, these amphibians emerge to crawl to the muddy vernal pools where they once hatched from gelatinous egg masses. Mole salamanders. They spend most of their lives underground, only to be seen on nights like this, when moisture and temperature are just right. This mass migration is not an invasion. It's a singles night, and everyone is on an amorous adventure. The male salamanders do a waggle dance for the ladies, and they will leave a present, a spermatophore with their DNA. If she accepts, she'll pick up this gift in her cloaca, fertilizing the eggs inside her. Then she will lay them in a cluster in the water, surrounded by a slimy, gelatinous globe. The adults will head back underground while their eggs develop. But they must develop quickly before the precious water dries up for the season. Franz, you missed out on an exciting night. Oh, I'm sorry. I just meant you missed the... I have an assignment already? Pysanky salamander eggs. Well, I think this will be fun and exciting. We think spring, we think of new life. The egg is a perfect symbol, and it is as much now as it was long, long ago. we'll travel back to Ukraine, to an age-old tradition carried out by grandmothers, mothers, and daughters. That tradition is Pysanky. Literally, it means to write, and the first Pysanky eggs were decorated with geometric shapes and the rich black and reds of the fertile earth. Later, pagan and Christian symbols were used to decorate the eggs, with specific purposes in mind. Some were planted to ensure fertile fields. Others were given to brides-to-be, expectant mothers, or other family and friends. Natural dyes were made from plants or earth pigments to create more colors. The process is a wax-resist process, using melted beeswax through a funnel tool called a kistka. Here are the supplies that we are going to need. They include synthetic dyes, vinegar, whole raw eggs, a candle for melting wax, beeswax, and only beeswax will do, our kistka, and a pencil for design. Before we officially get started, let's do a little prep work. Our eggs will be honoring the salamander migration. Let's get inspired. Okay, let's prepare our designs. I like to sketch out my designs and colors I will use. I don't know about you, but I'm just wild about saffron. And saffron's maybe wild about me? Saffron, medical, magical, perfume, food colorant, and spice. Its exact origin is unknown, but it is thought to have evolved from an indigenous crocus in Greece or Central Asia. The earliest account of Crocus sativus, the saffron crocus, may be 2300 BC from the eastern Mediterranean. The name saffron may have evolved from the Persian word zaparan, meaning gold strung or yellow. The plant itself is domesticated and sterile, meaning it cannot reproduce without human aid. Corms must be dug up, divided, and replanted, ensuring a new crop of clones. Rainfall, amount of sunlight, temperature, and soil type are important to this fall flowering crocus. Iran and Spain are noted for their saffron harvest, though Pennsylvania also cultivates this plant, but on a much smaller scale. If the plants aren't disturbed or destroyed by birds, rodents, nematodes, or fungi, the harvest is a timely one. Saffron blooms in a 1 to 2 week window, and because the flower wilts quickly, it must be harvested by hand at dawn. The stigmas and anthers are what is needed, and 200,000 stigmas from 70,000 flowers, 3 stigmas per flower, might yield 1 pound of product. You could expect to pay $500 to $5,000 a pound depending on the quality of this labor-intensive crop. It's also the world's most expensive spice by weight. At one time, this little crocus was the cause for piracy. Its expense also led to tampering, altered and substituted substances, which were quite illegal in trade. Offenders could be fined, imprisoned, or put to death by fire. Ouch. The golden color comes from crocin, a carotenoid pigment, and the sweet fragrance is credited to the compound saffronol. As for the taste, I can't tell you. It's a little out of my price range.